Hey, what a basketball game. One of the guys working the table said after the game, what a script this would be. Movie script. You couldn't write it any better. But I'm so proud of our guys. We hung in there. And UTA played very well. Wells, and they're a different team getting Azori back. And Wells had a big game for him. Griffin hit shots. Big kid played well. And they played good enough to win, but we weren't going to let it happen. Our seniors weren't going to let it happen. It was all about Dew and getting some big rebounds for us, and Cedric hitting a couple of big shots, and then being able to finish the basketball game at the free throw line. So great win for our team. We needed this one in the worst way. Continue to give us double-figure wins at home every year that I've been here. And we almost missed that opportunity last week, but we got it back. And really proud of our guys, and hopefully we can build off this. And a couple of guys weren't at their best tonight. Ty struggled a little bit. Certainly Devin Butts hasn't been playing. But we'll get those guys back on Friday, and then hopefully Colby will be ready to go as well.
Coach, when they built the 11-point lead and things started to get a little sloppy there about 10 minutes, about midway through the second half, was it just Cedric and Dew's determination, or what kind of turned things around there?
Well, during every free throw that was shot by us, we got to the bonus quick and we got to the line. And I don't know exactly how many we started with, but we probably had 14 out of 14. I know we were perfect at halftime. In the second half, we continued to get to the free throw line, and that's the way we manufacture points. They changed defenses quite a bit, went 2-3, 1-3-1, a little bit of man. Certainly they pressed us. But I told Cedric every time there's a free throw, and Malik, they came over, and I said, remember our talk last night about staying positive, lead the guys, your body language, continue to do what you know how to do to help this team continue to move forward. And I felt like they did that. They hit big shot after big shot. Cedric hit some big ones. Kentrell hit a big one. He missed one I thought was going in. Dude got an unbelievable rebound up top of the square and got it back in. Theo had some big baskets. So all their guys, all of our guys, I should say, played very well. One other thing that I didn't mention in the opening, but we seemed like the first half we were almost a step slow the entire night. From Malik missing the shot right at the dunk at the end of the half, for them getting an opportunity to dunk to start the game. The big kid got one over Theo. Then the second half, we were aggressive. We tried to pitch it, get forward against their press and score and transition, and we threw a couple away. They had a couple of steals and did a nice job of intercepting some passes. Then we turn around and press, and we think we've got a steal, and it just goes over Dew's fingertips. And then he gets called for a foul on Griffin for a 4-point play. Rebound, a free throw early in the second half. Malik and Dew fumble it. We got 4 hands on it. We fumble it out of bounds. So it seemed like we were a step behind the whole game, but we stayed the course and made the plays when we had to make them down the stretch.
Coach, Kentrell is a walk-on, and he had a big 5-point run that helped kind of get you regain some momentum. And I know he's not like one of your frontline guys, but you're having to depend on him at times. And I thought his 5-point stretch was critical in the game tonight.
Yeah, I mean, he's 1 for 3 tonight from 3. He hit the big one from the top. He missed one in the corner. He's an excellent shooter, Kevin, and he leads our team. He's shooting right at 50%. From 3-point range, high 40s, and he played very well at Monroe in that game. And Kentrell's biggest concern is he's small, but man, he stuck his nose in. He played great defense tonight. I thought he did a good job on Wells and Griffin at times.
Coach, Malik Wilson didn't have a great night offensively, only 8 points, but he came up huge with that block right towards the end of the ball game, right before Cedric was able to drain those 2 free throws. Just talk a little bit about his defensive effort, especially late in the game.
Boy, did a nice job, Raymond, and great timing, great blocks. He got 8 rebounds for us also. I don't think Theo had any rebounds at the half. He gets 7 the second half, but Malik led our team, and he got some big ones. As we know, he had 16 and 9 in the 2 games up there, or 16 and 7, excuse me, for 23, and then he gets 8 big ones tonight. So he contributed in a lot of ways. He got to the basket. He missed a couple of free throws that he's been making. He's been shooting right at 80% on the year, but he contributes in so many ways.
Coach, did any of your players speak to you in the locker room after the game about you hitting that milestone for Sunbelt wins? And if so, what did they say?
Well, we got in the locker room, and I kind of tiptoed in there, and I could see them all with water bottles, and they showered me pretty good. I'm soaking wet. You can't tell it's black, but I've got to hurry up and dry up. I just went and talked to Jay, and it's cold out there in the dome. But they showered me with water, and we had a nice talk. And then, you know, it happens because you got administration that believes in our program. Dr. Savoy brought me here. You know, Dr. Maggard has been working with administration to help us, and staff, people on my staff that were here for the first one. You know, Ryan Welty, Brock Morris is back, Coach Harden, Neil Harden, and then Justin's been with us a long time. Anthony Goldwire. We've been fortunate to have great administration, great staff, and then we've had great players. You know. Today's Elford's birthday. We text back and forth. You know, I told him I was watching his games, proud of the way he's playing. And he hit me back. I love you, Coach. And, you know, it's like that patch on our jerseys about love. That was the one the guys came up with. And there have been a lot of people that contributed to this. It's nice to be up there with some nice names. You know, Coach Bartow, I respected the heck out of Coach Bartow and Ronnie Era, and I've coached against each other for a while. Kerb and I coached against each other. But some really good coaches, and just glad that we got it. And the more important, though, is about this team. We're trying to get another win and try to move up in the seeding for Pensacola, and we were able to pull it off at the last minute.
Does it mean a little more to you, Coach, knowing that nowadays there's not a lot of coaches who stay at places for 10, 12 years, whatever, you know, it might be, to allow them to get into position to do something like this? Yeah,
Probably right, Tim. People move a little bit, and it's different. You know, I was at Sam Houston State for 12 years. And when I left there, Mike Vining was first in conference wins, or in overall wins over in the Southland. I was second to Mike, and I think a couple people passed that. But Danny Casper being one, former Texas State coach who had his handprint all over that team this year. They're playing really well. Give them some credit. And then Mike McConaughey at Northwestern State's done a really good job too. And those guys got in front, but with a little bit more time. But it's really about the players and the coaches working together and just trying to get a better seed. As I said, you know, someone asked me about it early in the week, right? We said we're trying to get UTA. You know, I'm glad it's done, so we don't have to worry about it now. We can move forward and get prepared for Little Rock on Friday night.
You spoke to Cedric's performance a little bit early, but him and Wells down the stretch really seem to be kind of going back and forth. What does it say about Cedric, just, I guess, his competitive spirit and his will to win, that he wasn't going to allow y'all to lose today?
He's been very competitive. He wants the ball in late game situations. We talk about how he scores, but he does so many other things besides scoring the ball. He's really crafty. He made a tough runner, a couple of them, but one in particular late in the game with about 3 minutes to go and got it in. And I think we called timeout right afterwards. I was glad that he got fouled and got to the free throw line because I knew he'd make them. He'd missed one earlier, but you guys know he's an excellent shooter. He's missed a few this year, but he's 80%. He's going to make that. He's a winner. He scored a lot of points in his career in high school and certainly with us, and he's moving up the ladder. So just a competitive guy. And we had a bucket. I guess we went up, and then Wells hit a huge three. They only had 2 threes the second half, and that was key to the game too, because we'd given them, 6 in the first half, and we did a nice job in the second half.
Everybody good?
But
Congrats,
good.
Coach.
Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you guys. Great senior night for those two, huh? They went out in style. That's awesome. I'm so proud of those guys and what they did tonight, and happy for this team. And we got to keep moving forward.